But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties.
Terrence Howard just dropped a bombshell that could rock Hollywood to its core. In a jaw-dropping interview, he claims Diddy tried to lure him into a compromising situation, lending chilling weight to warnings 50 Cent's been shouting for years. This isn't just gossip. Howard's story hints at a dark, transactional underworld of power, control, and what he calls a man card too many have been forced to surrender. If he's right, this could be the crack that brings an empire crashing down. Stay with us, because we're about to break down how one actor's testimony connects to decades of rumors and might just prove 50 Cent was right all along. 1. The bombshell interview. I think he's trying to f you. It all started on the PBD podcast, where Oscar-nominated actor Terrence Howard, known for his roles in Hustle and Flow and Iron Man, decided it was time to speak up. He described a bizarre and unsettling series of encounters with Sean Diddy Combs that began under what seemed like a completely professional request. Howard explained, "Puffy invited me for weeks asking me to come teach him, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while." Believing it was a genuine ask, Howard went to meet with the music mogul, but he says something was immediately off. Howard arrived ready to work, asking, "Okay, what's the material you want to work on?" But Diddy allegedly had no script, no lines, and no project to discuss. Instead, Howard recalled, "He's just sitting around just looking at me." The awkwardness reportedly escalated during a follow-up meeting where Diddy asked to hear Howard's music. Again, the reaction was unnerving. "He's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting," Howard recounted. Confused by the strange vibe, Howard discussed it with his assistant, who offered a blunt and shocking take on the situation. When Diddy requested another meeting, Howard asked his assistant what the point could possibly be. The assistant's alleged response was a bombshell. "I think he's trying to fuck you," Howard said in that moment. It all clicked. "Oh, okay, now I get it," he recalled, thinking, and immediately cut off all communication with Diddy. But Howard didn't just share his personal story, he framed it as a symptom of a much larger issue in Hollywood. He spoke about a pervasive culture where powerful figures prey on those trying to build a career. He referenced this as a moment where men are asked to give up their man card, their integrity and sense of self, for a shot at success. "When you give up your manhood," Howard warned, "I've never seen somebody recover from it." That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. This statement wasn't just an accusation against one man, it was an indictment of an entire system, and it perfectly set up the one person who has been screaming about this for years. 50 Cent? 2. 50 Cent's vindication, "I told you so." For years, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson has been on a relentless campaign against Diddy. Many people wrote it off as a rap beef or just petty trolling. But in the wake of Howard's claims, 50 Cent's years of warnings now look less like trolling and more like prophecy. He has consistently said that he avoided Diddy's infamous parties because he was uncomfortable with the weird energy. After Howard's interview went viral, 50 Cent reposted the clip to his social media, essentially taking a victory lap. This was more than a simple reaction, it was vindication. 50 Cent has been positioning himself as the industry's whistleblower, the one person unafraid to speak truth to power. Now, with a respected actor like Terrence Howard coming forward with a story that aligns so perfectly with the rumors 50 has been amplifying, his credibility has skyrocketed. Taking it a step further, 50 Cent is executive producing a documentary series that promises to delve into the decades of allegations against Diddy. After what was described as a bidding war, Netflix reportedly secured the rights to the highly anticipated project. In a statement, 50 Cent and the director said, "We remain steadfast in our commitment to give a voice to the voiceless." It has also been reported that proceeds G-Unit Film and Television receives from the project will be donated to victims of sexual assault and rape. Rumors are swirling that Terrence Howard might be featured, potentially teaming up with 50 to expose everything they know. For 50 Cent, this isn't just about settling a score, it's about dismantling an illusion of power he believes has corrupted the industry for far too long. So, what else will this documentary uncover? And who else might come forward now that Terrence Howard has broken his silence? It feels like we are on the verge of a massive reckoning. If you want to stay updated on this unfolding story, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe Terrence Howard? And is 50 Cent the whistleblower the industry needs? 3. Hollywood's casting couch, and a culture of silence. Terrence Howard's revelations didn't stop with his own encounter. His interview opened the floodgates to a much darker and more widespread allegation that a toxic casting couch culture has been an open secret in Hollywood. While Howard did not name a specific list of people, his commentary fueled widespread speculation about who was in Diddy's inner circle. During the PBD podcast, the conversation turned to Justin Bieber, with the host questioning if he was caught up in Diddy's world. This brought renewed attention to infamous old footage of Diddy with a teenage Bieber, where Diddy claimed he was given 48 hours with the young star. Howard and others have suggested this dynamic wasn't about mentorship, but a form of manipulation. Howard spoke about receiving threats after speaking out, highlighting the danger of breaking Hollywood's code of silence. He described an industry built on couch casting, where sex favors are the currency for career advancement. He claimed he lost out on business opportunities because he refused to compromise his values, stating he doesn't play gay roles because his man card means everything. This narrative paints a picture of a system where powerful figures allegedly use compromising information and psychological tactics to maintain control. The numerous allegations suggest that Diddy's alleged actions were protected by a wall of fear and complicity from some of the biggest names in the business. The legal tsunami. While the court of public opinion rages, the actual legal storm surrounding Sean Combs is escalating dramatically. In March 2024, the world watched as Homeland Security raided his properties in Los Angeles and Miami, a clear signal that the whispers had materialized into a serious federal investigation. In September 2024, he was officially charged with federal trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution, and racketeering. Despite his pleas of not guilty, he has been repeatedly denied bail and is currently incarcerated at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. His federal trial began on May 5, 2025. On July 2, 2025, a jury delivered a mixed verdict. He was acquitted of the most severe charges of racketeering and sex trafficking. However, he was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, charges related to the Mann Act. Each of these counts carries a potential maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. His sentencing is scheduled for October 3, 2025, and the judge's refusal to grant bail even after the partial acquittal suggests a significant sentence is likely. On top of the criminal conviction, Diddy is facing a tidal wave of civil lawsuits. As of July 2025, reports indicated that more than 50 civil suits had been filed against him, with some sources in late 2024 stating that number could be as high as 120. These accusers allege a range of misconduct, including sexual assault and abuse. With a lower burden of proof than a criminal trial, these lawsuits mean Diddy's legal battles are far from over, even as he awaits sentencing. What we're witnessing is more than just the downfall of a single celebrity. It's a seismic crack in the very foundation of Hollywood's power structure. Terrence Howard's courageous testimony has acted as a critical piece of corroboration, lending powerful weight to the warnings 50 Cent has been issuing for years. It helps transform the narrative from isolated allegations into a pattern of alleged predatory behavior and a culture of silence that has protected the powerful for decades. From Howard's unsettling story to 50 Cent's relentless crusade, the pieces are all falling into place. The legal system has already delivered a guilty verdict on federal charges, and with a staggering number of civil suits pending, the empire Diddy built is undeniably crumbling. The story is far from over. 50 Cent's documentary promises even more revelations, and with Diddy's sentencing approaching, more secrets may yet come to light. The ultimate question that remains is not just what did Diddy do, but who knew about it, and who helped keep it quiet for so long? What do you all think? Is this the end of an era and the beginning of a real reckoning for the entire industry? Drop your thoughts below.